Hi, I'm Cijo. I'm one of the social worker who works in a country hospital in Melbourne, Victoria. I work in a small acute hospital. Also, I do some community social work in that area as well. I also support social work in the residential facilities in the in our country town. I did. I'm a Keralite. I'm from a place called Kottayam in Kerala. I did my bachelor's of commerce, like BCom, as my degree, and then I was thinking about where to go and what studies do I need to do my postgraduate and things. Then I thought about masters in social work. I joined for masters in social work in 2004 at Srimat Andavan College in Trichy. It is in Tamil Nadu. When I looked around where to go, a few of my friends have already joined over there. So I thought to join with them at Srimat Andavan College in Trichy. So for the Srimat Andavan, you should have one of the art degree to come to join for this MSW course. So yeah, as I completed my Bachelor of Commerce, they were happy with that. So this course was around 2 year, and like it was in a semester wise. It's a 4 semester course. Every semester we need to do the placement. The first semester it was only just the basic placement, you didn't have to do much, but in the second, third, and the fourth semester you need to go to either hospital or in the community setting, and you will be accompanied by their social worker, and you can shadow the social worker, and you can see like how we can learn lots of things through them along with our theory classes. After my course, I was same like everyone looking for jobs. I studied in Trichy and I'm from Kerala. So I went to Bangalore. I applied for lots of jobs, and then I got a job in Salem, which is again in Trichy, which is a rehabilitation center for leprosy and TB affected patients. So I worked at St. Mary's Hospital, Salem, as a social worker over there. So that was a great experience for me. So I worked nearly 2 years over there. And then I came to know about going for a migrating to thinking about migrating to Australia. So I was talking to my parents, I was talking to my friends about migrating to Australia. So I looked around. So it was a bit hard at that time to just to migrate. So then when I looked around, I said, look, like if you go as a student visa, it was really easy. So I approached one of the agency, and actually I applied for masters in professional accounting with my computer with my commerce background. And yeah, in 2008 February, I landed in Australia to do my studies in Master of Professional Accounting. So after coming here, I went to the Master of Accounting class, and then I met few of Keralite friends who completed social work, and they are doing some other courses, which is called Diploma in Community Welfare. So then I started to look into more into it and how I can change my studies to this community welfare course. So I approached an agency, and they assisted me to just to quit the other one and just come to the community welfare course. So then I started studying diploma in community welfare, which is always connected, which is also connected with social work background. So while I was doing this, one day I met a person who said there is a lots of opportunity in regional Victoria, or if you have experience 2 years of experience in our any profession, you can apply for a regional sponsorship visa. So then I researched more about that, and with my friends, I went and see an agent, and yeah, they advised me, yep, you are eligible as I have a 2 years of experience in India. You can definitely apply for this regional visa. So I look around where to do, what to do, which area I need to go. Even I can apply for a. I was in Melbourne, so I can come around in the regional towns of Melbourne or Victoria. But I was thinking a little bit more to get any type of jobs and things like that. So I chose Adelaide. So after coming here in 2008, in 2010, I moved to Adelaide to get this regional visa. So the condition of that visa is you will get a 3 year visa. Out of 3 years, 2 year you need to be work certain hours, and after completing the 2 year, you can directly apply for a PR. So that was my goal, and that was the condition in that. So then I went to Adelaide. I started to work as a like some casual jobs. Then yeah, so then I got some full time jobs and things like that. Then yeah, I got PR. Yeah, so when my agent said about this regional visa, they said that I need to be assessed against the Australian Association of Social Work. So I straight away applied. So from here, I applied for this Australian Association of Social Work assessment. Unfortunately, I couldn't apply, so I have to, because I didn't have a lot of paperwork what they requested. So then I have to go to India, and because I was planning to go for my holidays, I thought to lodge this application and then go, but then I have to get all these paperwork done. So I did. I went to India and tried to get all the paperwork from India, and then from there I lodged the application for the Australian AASW assessment. So I think mine took around 3 months, 3 to 4 months to get to be assessed. So at that time it was really busy because there were lots of people applying for this job, for this assessment. So it was really taking some time. So I was ringing them every month and putting some pressures on them. So yeah, by that time I also applied for assessment for community welfare with my social work degree. So I also got assessment for the community welfare as well. So I attached that as well to the ASW, and so that made my application process easy. So after that only, after completing that only, I applied for my regional visa. Look, my jobs. There are lots of jobs I have done. When I come first in Australia, I started to work as a in a petrol station for a few months. I did community certificate 3 in aged care. I did that job. So after then, I worked in IGA as a produce manager over there. Then only after all this only I got this assessment done, and I got the visa to go to Adelaide. So when I went to Adelaide, first I started with a pizza delivery driver sort of thing, because I need to get some sort of job. Then only they will count, because I don't want to wait till three years to get my PR. So I know the rules are changing so fast, so I need to get ASAP. So I was looking. Then somehow I managed to get a contact, and I got a job in child protection in Adelaide. It was a countryside. It was around 300 kilometers away from Adelaide. So that was my first job as a social worker with my Indian degree. The first job here as a social worker. So it was only for a 6 month, like a maternity position, or somebody went for a leave, and it was a leave position. So it was only for 6 months, but it was a first job. I really learned a lot from there. And after that, soon after, when I finished the job, I applied for a job with a community organization in Adelaide. I got a job over there. I nearly worked there 12 months. By that time, my marriage is got fixed, and I went to India for my marriage. So by that time, it was nearly 2 years. So it was I was ready to get my PR. So before going for my marriage, I applied for a PR. I put the lodged my application and things. I went. When I come back on the next day, my PR was granted. So I was so happy. So then my decision was where to go because my wife was in Victoria. So what should I do? So initially we planned to go to move to Adelaide, and then we thought maybe now we will stay in Victoria as I got some cousins and my lots of friends live in Victoria. Then I started looking around for the job. So my wife used to work in a country town in Melbourne. So I also moved over there, started working, and got my the next job as a housing support worker at one of the local agency. So that was another the next my career. So that is another social worker job. I started. I worked with that organization for 76 years, and then I found that there is a hospital social work job vacancy come up. So I moved to my current role for the since last 3 years. I'm working as a social worker here. So all this, I didn't do any extra studies, even though I said I joined for a community welfare. I just joined only. I have not completed my course. Even I didn't have any other courses here in Australia. I got all this job from my qualification from India. And if you have an ASW assessment, if you have that certificate with you, there are plenty of jobs in Australia. There are plenty of jobs. Unfortunately, at the moment, sometimes they can't find a qualified social worker. So they are some organizations are trying to minimize the qualification and trying to um, give jobs to some other people. So yeah, if you really have a qualification assessed or things, yeah, it is a good opportunity to come to Australia and yeah, work here. To get an initial job is always difficult in Australia, uh, in any field, even a nurse or even a social worker or a psychologist or a doctor or anywhere, it is a bit hard to get. But there are lots of opportunities. But if you look around, if you look for especially in a countryside or things, it may be a great chance to you get an opening. So you need an opening, and then you can grow your career. That's really good. The other way, if you are in anywhere in the world, if have you completed your social work assessment, try to get, yeah, if you can apply for a to migrate to Australia. It will be a really good because Australia is a beautiful country. There are lots of job opportunities, especially for social workers. So it is really great. You can come. If you need any help, we can support you, or we can share our thoughts and things. There are a lot of social workers around here, especially from India, Pakistan, Nepal. A lot of social workers around here in Australia. If you have finished your degree course, would you like to come here for a studying as a social work? Yep, you can. You are welcome. It's a really great opportunity to do some course and work for this country.